Alright, so apparently leaks came out in the morning, and I had no idea that would happen. I thought they were going to release 24 hours after Diab and Knight said so. But, what a pleasant surprise. So, I missed out on everything. I just got home right now, and apparently both chapters got fully leaked. So, I'm not really aware of much that has happened, thankfully. So, at the very least, I can give a proper live reaction to everything. So, let me go to the Discord channel, and let me just scroll up from the beginning and see everything that Knight and Diab's tweeted. So, we start off with this beautiful color page of the Black Bulls in a casino room, and oh my god, it looks incredible. It looks like all of them are just out here gambling. Most of them seem to like actually have some success, like Asta. Meanwhile, Finral's over there thinking about his choices. And Magna. Alright, let's talk about Magna for a second, because my man seemed to have lost all of his clothes, which might be like a nice reference to when in the anime, and I think in the manga. I don't remember if it was in both, but I do remember it in the anime because I was rewatching it recently on Netflix. He and Yami managed to lose a bet, and they lost everything, including their clothes. So this is like a nice little callback to that. But what makes it even funnier is that even though it is a callback, it seems like Yami's doing much better this time than he did before. So, all good fun. Now, let me move on to the chapter itself. So here I see the first few pages. Asta's fighting against the Lucius clones. And, oh my god, looks like the entirety of Clover is getting completely messed up. Like, I see debris and buildings being crushed apart and being levitated into the air, I believe. And there goes the king of the Clover Kingdom, kind of freaking out and doing nothing as usual. And, oh my god, it's Theresa and Marie and Rebecca and the rest of the kids. Oh my god, they're in the middle of this fight. Theresa's got to do her best to protect all the kids, along with Rebecca. This is like hell unleashed. So this is a lot for them to handle. Actually, where's Ghost should be in Clover? So is he gonna do something about his sister being in danger? He's probably gonna show up to help them. At least that's my guess. And in the next panel, we see Klaus. He looks like he's trying to drive some citizens away from all the heated exchange going on. And I see like a boat, like a little ark. And I'm not sure who that is, but whoever that is, they're also driving people away. And of course, we get this shot of Yuno looking down upon everything that's going on. And oh my god, what is going on the next page? The entire Clover Kingdom is engulfed in Lucius's magic. At least I assume so. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, this is definitely his magic coming from way above the kingdom. Yeah, and we see Asta, Yuno, and Ryo seeing it from a distance, looking at everything that's going on in the kingdom. Oh my god. And here we got some text from Knight. Knight tweets out, quote, "Who has the upper hand? The royal capital is crumbling as Lucius's legless angels are destroyed, and there's a bunch of Lucius clones around. The useless king is screaming, 'What's wrong? The castle!' What the castle collapsing to? Protect my life!" And here we have Asa saying, "The amazing guys from Hino country told me that Lucius is trying to release his ideals by performing immensely powerful magic, a magic spell high above the sky. And a tree appears in the sky." Yeah, I was wondering about that, because of course that was like Lucius's magic, but it was forming into something. So, a tree? Is it like similar to William's magic? Or at the very least, it looks very similar to it. Moving ahead, I see Rill and a bunch of people in the battlefield trying to get back up and fight against the clones. Oh, so Rill's gonna fight them? Along with, oh, Charlotte. Oh man, she looks completely beat up. And another shot of Asta, Yuno, and Ryu looking at the sky, at everything going on, with Asta yelling out something. I'm not sure what he's saying. And, oh my goodness, they're just charging towards Asta, jeez. Asta is just smiling about. Yeah, he's not giving up no matter what. And here we have more text from Knight. She says, "Is this the end of the world?" Meanwhile, Rill just wants to paint it. William says no matter what, he'll protect the country, and Charlotte says that she can't die yet. Asta and Yuno are trying to find the real Lucius amidst the clones, and we flash back to Ryu. There are two people seen by Lucius as a potential threat, who could defeat him, and that's both Asta and Yuno. Lucius mocks Asta and Yuno for not being able to get through the wall of clones. However, the Black Bulls are on their way, with Henry saying, "Asta always ends up going ahead, doesn't he?" And here we go, we're seeing the Black Bulls fight together. Oh, is that Zora and Charmy working together? Oh, that looks sick. Especially with Charmy's magic being cloaked with anti-magic, so the sheep looks black. It looks really sick. And next, Finval and Sekre fights a clone. Oh, so are we just gonna speed blitz through the Black Bulls fighting the clones? I was kind of hoping to see a lot of them fight them individually, kind of similar to Magna and Luck last chapter. But I guess that would be too many chapters to handle, and I know a lot of people didn't want that. I mean, I wanted it, but I mean, this is fine too. And next, oh, Gauche, and he's with Marie. Oh, he must have went. Yeah, he's exactly where Rill and Charlotte are. Actually, now that I think about it, it's been. When was the last time we've seen Marie? I think the last time we saw her was during Asta's trial. I think it's been a while since we've seen her, and we've gone through 2 time skips, so Marie should be a little older now. Either way, it's really cool that her brother showed up to save her, and I'm pretty sure Theresa must be happy as well. She's probably not expressing it, but of course, I'm sure her and Rebecca can take all the help they can get. Especially with, Rill and Charlotte suffering towards one of the clones, so it's really nice to see Gauche come in. Actually, now that I think about it even further, this is actually reminding me of when Gauche and Marie had their bodies taken over by the elves, and they fought together against the Black Bulls. So it's kind of the opposite happening here. So rather than them being possessed, they're actually the ones helping the Black Bulls fight against the threat. So it's pretty cool. And in the next page, we see Gray and Vanessa work together. And yeah, I was expecting that if we were going to see anybody fight together, it'd be Gauche and Gray. But it's pretty cool to see these 2 girls fight together. We don't really see them fight all that often. And behind them, is that Noelle? Or am I freaking out? Oh yeah, that has to be Noelle fighting against Acer in the background, no? It is. Oh my god, they're just there fighting in the background. Let me go to the next page. Maybe we're going to see more of them. We see... Oh, Gordon. Gordon and... Is that William? No, that's real. Oh, and Charlotte, yeah. So it looks like Gordon's arrived to where they're at as well. And of course, nice, we got Ichika and Yami together. Little brother-sister reunion. I was kind of hoping they'd have a little more interaction and say something else, but I guess I can wait. There goes my boy Magna and Luck together. I mean, we had a whole chapter dedicated to them last time, so I'm not expecting too much, but of course, I'm always happy to see Magna. And, the Black Bulls base. All ready and mech'd up to fight. And the next panel, we see Asta and Yuno charge towards Lucius, with Charmy following not too far behind. And, oh my god. I know I shouldn't be talking about the anime right now, but this is going to be an insane scene to see animated. Oh my god. I mean, if Parallel is really serious about going seasonal, that'll help the animators a lot, because with an arc like this, they need all the time they can take to make this look as great as it possibly can. Oh, that brings us to the end of this chapter, so let me focus on the next one. So, right off the bat, we see some people fighting an angel. Oh, no, it's Morris. I see Morris in the bottom. And some more text. We are back to Mereo and Morris, with Mereo's subordinates telling her, "The rest is up to you, Mereoleona." Morris wonders if, quote, "annoying, incompetent fools are dead now." He says, quote, "Let me show you a true example of a living shield." And oh my god! Oh, this is a sick panel. Is Morris summoning angels? Or... it can't... Oh, they're coming from the ground. So he's using earth magic? Or something? Oh, he is, yeah. I see a nice tweet right here. Earth magic. March of the Holy Fools. Weird creatures rise from the grounds, but Mereo appears to burn them. Okay, before I even continue, I gotta look at the panel again, because this looks sick. Oh my god. I'm actually pretty happy Morris is getting, well, more attention, because I was pretty disappointed with him in Spade. But he's certainly more of a threat here. Now, moving on, we see some more panels. Yeah, the earth magic creatures rising up and fighting against Mereo. A stare down between Mereo and Morris. And a flashback? Yeah, I see Morris in his lab. Is this prior to the events of Spade? Is this when he was in Diamond? Maybe? And Morris is yelling something out. We'll probably see the text on that soon. And Mereo still going at it, fighting against Morris. With some amazing paneling, by the way. It's really good to see Tabata's out again. Yeah, they're both charging at each other. And here we got some text. Mereo remarks, "This is the second attribute for Morris now. Earth magic. And the speed of the bodies is incredible." Morris says he sympathizes with Mereo, aiming for greatness at the expense of the incompetent, referring to the Crimson Lion Knights, yeah, the ones who sacrificed themselves. Morris monologues, "The more they babble about ethics, the more they rot away without achieving anything. Therefore they shall become materials for my research, and serve as nourishments for new magic tools. That, at the very least, is the meaning of the lives of these fools. But no matter how much I dissected these fools, I couldn't surpass the principles of this world. Yet I persevered, and now I was chosen by God. I was bestowed with magic that allowed me to fully utilize my knowledge and abilities, the power to destroy everything and the power to give life. My diligent and perseverant days were not in vain. This is your limit." And next we see some flashbacks, including Mereo. She's walking around, probably near the Crimson Lions' base. Or no, the House of Mereoleona, I would assume. Yeah, it shows her going through extensive training. And some hands reach out to her. I guess the souls of those who died are reaching out to her? Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, I see the Crimson Line members here. And I assume a flashback of when she led them as captain. Yeah, this is like right before they went to the volcano. And yeah, they worked really hard to, try to meet up and exceed her expectations. And here Knight said, Mereo flashback to her past. Nobody wanted to train with her. Lots of mean gossip heard in the flashback. Mereoleona is truly relentless. Even before getting a grimoire, regular magic knights can't compete with her. My motivation is dropping because of that. And then we switch to Mereo herself. She says, nobody can keep up anyways. I thought it was fine if nobody followed me. Even alone, I can become stronger. With the manga itself showing her training, she climbed walls, fighting monsters beyond human understanding, living in powerful magic zones. But she found the wall of human limits. Quote, I can only come so far on my own. And then we go back to the scene with the hands, in the present day. Flowing hands lift Mereoleona up, and Mereoleona remembers the Crimson Lions. Please train with us. They do some training, and Mereo tells them to stop. Assuming they can't go on, however, they keep going anyways. I assume she's referring to their souls? Wanting to continue to help with Mereo? And here we have Fuegoleon showing up. And he's right next to his sister. And please, Tabata, can we do a little more with Fuego? I'm really happy to see him now, but like, can this man get Spirit Dive? Or anything, please? Like, Mereo is doing a lot of the work on her own, and Fuegoleon isn't really doing much, and that is extremely disappointing, and everyone is roasting this man, and I want to defend him. I genuinely do like Fuegoleon, but Tabata's making it really difficult for me to do anything. Like, I still believe he has something planned for Fuegoleon. Like, I want to believe the Spirit Dive is coming, but it's... Judging from this panel alone, I don't think it's going to happen here, because the focus is on Mereo. But trust me, I want to see Fuegoleon do more. And I still believe we will see it. And if we don't, I will eat my words, and I will probably be really sad and try to hide in a corner, because I was probably like the only one defending him. But that aside, we'll talk about Fuegoleon another time. Let's move on. So, we see him summon Salamander. Oh, there's that at least. He's summoned, and he's helping out Mereoleona. And Mereo is powering up. Oh my god. Yeah, she's gotten a huge energy boost. Oh my god! The whole... Well, not the whole kingdom, but like a vast majority of the area that she's in is just covered in flames. Yeah, Fuegoleon is completely shocked right now. Meanwhile, Morris just looks a little bit confused. And next, Knight says, the flashback ends. Fuego appears. Quote, sorry to keep you waiting, big sis. Mereo says, I'm not waiting. A new spell is inscribed in a grimoire. I'll always go beyond my limits. Note that this is not like what Yami says. Yeah, the way he says, surpass your limits. And then here we get this beautiful shot of Mereo transformed. And right behind her, I would assume it's actually the souls of the Crimson Lions behind her. So I'm assuming they're here to help her one last time. And they're all boosted up. Yeah, they actually look like phantoms. Yeah, she's powered them all up for like one final battle against Morris. Which is a very beautiful shot. And that basically, that almost makes her like a necromancer. But yeah, I assume this is temporary. But wow, this is just a gorgeous shot, by the way. Oh my goodness. This is just beautiful. And here Knight says, the ground starts shaking. Ultimate flame magic. Exolidius Leonum. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And Morris says, "This magic." And followed by, "The spirits of the Crimson Line magic knights appear." Oh, I was right. "I was surely dead?" And here we have Mereoleona screaming or charging. Yeah, she's charging at Morris, beating the ever living hell out of him. And yeah, judging from these next few panels, she's just completely obliterating him. Yeah, here's Morris screaming at her, and she just does not care. This man is just getting effed up. And yeah, holy crap, this is the souls of the damned going after Morris. Yeah, this is actually insane. They're all charging at him. And here, Mereoleona says, "Don't think you can relax and live carefree after dying. Even if you die, follow me, you idiots." And the dead agree. Morris is shocked at the revival of the souls. Merio says to Morris, "What you're dragging along is nothing but a lump of soil." And that's true. You have these earth creatures against the souls of the Crimson Lions, powered up by Mereoleona herself. She's definitely got the stronger side here. And now we got the final text. The final clash between Morris and the rest are incoming. Morris, "I can't break it apart. No, there's no body to break apart. All of Mereoleona's body has become mana." Wait, all of it has become mana? Flames of resurrection, the transcendence of the body. And we get the final panel of Mereoleona beating the ever-loving hell out of Morris, and it looks like he's disintegrating. And, oh, that's where the chapter ends. Oh, this is not what I expected. I'm surprised that she became fully mana. I wonder if that means she herself is close to death. I'm not sure she can sustain that form for long. I'm not trying to say that Mereoleona is gonna die, but it almost feels like that's what this is leading up to. And then there's Morris. Like, he looks like he's completely disintegrating, but is he actually completely defeated here? I don't want to rule him out just yet because, of course, Lucius is there. I feel like he could easily just resummon Morris whenever. Unless Mereoleona did something specifically for this man not to return. I'm actually a little worried about Merio. Because the fact that she just become mana, and the fact that Morris couldn't do anything to her, could this actually be the end? Like, could she actually die soon? Or is this like a temporary form she can have and she can revert back to how she was? Because, I mean, once you become fully mana, at that point you're basically dead, I assume. So it is a bit troubling to think about. But my worries aside, this was actually a really, really good chapter. Like, the last one was great because we saw the Black Bulls having to charge against the Lucius clones. Of course, we saw Lucius causing all the destruction, and the Black Bulls doing their best to try to prevent as much damage and, harm to the civilians as they can. But this chapter with Mereoleona, that is something completely different. This was a solid chapter. Like, Mereoleona was already a well-written character and easily one of Tabata's best throughout all of Black Clover. But this chapter not only solidified that, but it enhanced it even further. We've known from the beginning how powerful she is. We've seen the training that she's gone through. We saw that she was like one of the few that was actually able to stand toe-to-toe against Lucifero back in the Spade arc. Like, she fought him as much as she possibly could, but it wasn't enough. But here, like, she's definitely improved a lot since then. And I think if this Mereoleona fought against Lucifero, she would stand an even stronger chance. Now, I'm not sure if she would win that fight. That's like a whole other can of beans, especially with the topic of Lucifero, and I don't want to, get into that. But yeah, she's gone a lot stronger since then. And the fact that she was able to take out Morris just like that, and basically resurrect the souls of those who fell between him to fight back, that is just an incredible achievement. And it just continues to show that Tabata knows how to write female characters. Like, when it comes to characters like Mereoleona, when it comes to characters like Noelle, and Sekre, and Charlotte, it's just, he does such an incredible job, and we're seeing it in full display here in this chapter. And I love it. I love all of it. And now here comes the question of what happens next. Because I was theorizing, like I said earlier, that we were going to focus on the Black Bulls, with different chapters focusing on their fight against the Lucius clones, but we kind of saw that brushed over. And then with this chapter, we focused on Mereoleona. So, I hope that the next chapter is on Noelle. Like, we saw her briefly. Like this is basically a cameo of her fighting against Acer in the background. Maybe there's more panels. I mean, there's definitely more panels that wasn't posted in the Discord. So, like, this is just more of a TLDR kind of. But once the full, chapter releases, I'll be able to see everything. But I do want to see more of Noelle in her fight against Acer, along with her siblings. I want to see her work with Nozel, Nebra, and Solid. Like, a good sibling showdown against her mother. And, of course, so since we're focusing on the topic of Morris, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really cool that we saw Mereoleona take him down and defeat him, or at least seemingly defeat him. But if this is truly the end of Morris here and now, I'm going to be disappointed again. Not towards Morris, but towards the fact that we still haven't seen Mars. Like, where's Mars? He should be showing up with the rest of the Diamond Kingdom, or at least those that would stand with him, showing up in the battlefield to fight against Lucius. Like, Asta made that promise with Mars way back in the Witch's Forest arc, and we haven't seen Mars since. Honestly, I think Mars should have been the one to take on Morris. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to take away from what Mereo did, because what she did was really cool. But it's so weird that we haven't seen Mars. And on the topic of, the Crimson Lions, where's Leopold? Like, his siblings are here fighting for their lives against Morris and these Legless Angels and the Lucius clones, but this man is nowhere to be found. We freaking saw Marie before we saw Leopold. Like, there's got to be something going on, because it is very weird that he's not here right now. And I'm not even the biggest Leopold fan. And I'm not like a hater or anything either, because I know a lot of people are counting on him. I just want to see him back. Like, I genuinely do enjoy Leopold, and it's very weird that we're not seeing him at all this arc. So I'm hoping at the very least we see him soon, because it's very strange that he's absent. And even more so towards Mars, because I desperately want to see Mars again. Like, it is so unusual to me that these two are missing. But yeah. I think this video is going on a little too long, because there's 2 chapters to focus on. So I'm going to try to close my thoughts right here now. So, overall, both really fun chapters. I can't wait to read the officials. Mereoleona got her time to shine. Like, this was easily, like, the highlight of both chapters. So I'm really happy we saw that. I'm happy we got to see the Black Bulls and see them team up. Even if it was, like, for a brief moment, we still saw some really cool tag teams. We saw Zora with Charmy. We saw Gray with Vanessa. That was just really cool. And hopefully we get an extension of that in the anime whenever they get to that point to adapt it. But overall, I really enjoy these chapters. And I really hope that, once again, we focus on Noelle when it returns in August. Which is another painful wait, but I'm a very patient guy. So I'm willing to wait for as long as it takes. Especially if it means that Tabata can take his time to work on the manga. So now I want to hear what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy the chapter? Is there some stuff that I missed? Maybe, like, I'm reading all this now. Maybe there's more that's releasing later. Feel free to let me know in the comments. And I'll try to do my best to reply to everybody. And, yeah. Like I said, feel free to share your thoughts. And that'll do it for me for now. Here's looking forward to the next Black Clover chapter. Peace out, and take care, everyone.